Congratulations. It's felt like a really big week at the club, on and off the field. How do you sum up tonight's performance?
Yeah, I think result, it was very good, 3-0, but I think there's still a lot to improve. I think in the midweek we did very, very well. Overall the game was very well, and today the result was good, but I still think there's a few things we can do better.
I was quite surprised your low-key celebration. There must have been a huge amount of relief and just kind of pent-up frustration in that.
Yeah, yes, obviously, like it's been a while, and yeah, I've been a bit disappointed with myself, to be honest. But again, I've been looking forward to score this goal for a long time, obviously. But I know it was just a matter of time and just about keep working hard and. Yeah, just let all the noise not distract me and just keep working on the pitch and for those who wait, good things come.
And a word on your captain, he's had a decent week, 5 goals, a couple of assists tonight. You know, he's been talked about as a potential United great.
Yeah, for me, he is. I have been watching him both as a fan and now as a teammate, and I would say like his qualities is incredible. The level he shows, both on and off the pitch, is incredible. And he's a great leader, even though he gets a bit of stick sometimes for showing his arms. But I think he does it in a good way, and everything he means is to make the team better. And you see the quality today again. He's definitely very, 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 very good player.
Just finally, I hate to end on a negative, but Aiden made his full Premier League debut tonight and looked really assured again. Looked brilliant in the week, but looked in huge pain.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened, but I'm very happy for Aiden. Obviously not tonight, but like in general, I think the youngsters has done well. Everyone who's come in has taken a big responsibility for the guys who's been obviously we've had some injuries, but I think the youngsters have stepped in and done well. I think like the likes of Harry getting his debut as well today. Chilo's done well. Aiden and also Toby. So all these guys has done a great job, and very, very impressed by them.
Well played.
Okay, then let's now hear from Ruben Amorim after his biggest away win as United boss.
Ruben, congratulations on the victory. What was your assessment of the performance?
I think it was good. I felt a little bit a lack of energy, but they gave everything. Some players were tired with the Aiden problem, but I think we deserved the win. We controlled the game. We could be better with the ball, but I understand after these 2 weeks with a lot of games, I think the lads deserved the win. And was a perfect way to end this week with a win for our away supporters. They are amazing.
A perfect week for Bruno Fernandes too. 2 assists tonight and a great goal. What does he bring to your team?
What you saw and what we see every week. But the most important thing is the work that he puts in everything he does, and that is the most important thing.
And a goal for Rasmus Højlund as well. That'll do his confidence a lot of good, won't it?
Yeah, in the difficult goal, a difficult control, right foot. So it's a shame we are going to stop for national teams, but we will return with confidence. But it's just one win away. We have to continue when we return.
A really disappointing moment, though, for Aiden Heaven. What can you tell us about the injury so far?
I don't know. It's hard to know because we have to evaluate during the week, and also because he's a young kid that doesn't know how to explain, and that makes it a little bit harder to understand what he's feeling.
But it must have been a tough moment because he came on and showed a lot of promise, didn't he, in his first start?
Yeah, he already did that against Arsenal, and today. Against Real Sociedad. Today was for me the most difficult game for him because he plays so well against Real Sociedad, and we expect always for these young kids to relax a little bit, but he was so focused and he played quite well. So let's hope for the best.
In some respects, is the international break coming at a good time? It gives you the rest and recuperation that I think you're sort of hinting you need.
I think it was clear today. They are in the limit. We have to recover players. We are going to use that window to work some players, to rest some players, to recover. So it's going to be good.
And going in with wins as well does a lot for the squad unity as a whole.
It's completely the feeling is completely different. But when we return, it's like starting again from the scratch.
Thanks for your time, Bruno.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, good night, guys. Thank you very much. Obviously, very pleased. It was very important for us to get the job done today. We know Leicester is fighting for their lives at the moment to get some points. We knew it would be difficult, but we had to be at our best level. I think in the first half we commit a lot of mistakes in not in build-up, but probably in transition. We lost too many balls. But then I think in the second half we were much better getting in control of the game and getting the goals.
I wonder if a few weeks ago you would have gone on to win a game like this, Bruno, in the manner that you have tonight. Do you feel like the team is improving?
Yeah, I think we can feel that. Obviously, against Arsenal, we were a little bit more deep on the pitch because we felt that they didn't have much up front in terms of pace. Obviously, Nueri is a lot of pace, but probably was the only one that could make runs. So for us was to stay deep, give them the ball, and then trying to make some transitions. And in the second half, we showed a little bit more football against Sociedad. Obviously, different game, different competition. We played very well on the ball. We were very brave. And tonight, again, as I said, I think in the first half we could have been a little bit better. But I think you can see some progress. But obviously, this progress has to go on and on because we have the upcoming games are very important and against probably now the next one against one of the best teams playing in the Premier League, doing very well this season. So we need to be aware of that.
Bruno, Phil Jones, congratulations again on the win. Another assist, another goal. But just how important was it for Rasmus Højlund tonight to get back on the score sheet?
Hi Phil, good night. Always nice to speak to you. Was very important for us because obviously, as I said, for strikers it's about scoring goals. And they want to score goals. They want to be involved in the main things because it's about that for them. They need to feel important. They need to feel that they are getting into the score sheet because the runs and everything he does for the team, it's important. But obviously for his own feeling is very important to score goals. And I'm very happy and very pleased. I hope for the next 2 weeks he doesn't score anymore because he's going to play against me in the national team. And then when we get back, he can get back to score goals again.
Mind you, if he scores against you, you'll probably score against him because you're just in this incredible form right now, Bruno. Only Mo Salah and Erling Haaland have more goal involvements than you this season. What do you put your form down to?
No, I don't put my form on anything. I just focus on doing the best I can for the team. Obviously, I want to score as many goals as I can and do as many assists as I can because it's a big part of my game. And I need to assist my teammates like I did today to Rasmus and to Garna. I need to get into the edge of the box and try to get that goals because it's one of my qualities also. But this is the main thing for me is getting points now in the league. We want to get as up as possible for us to finish the season as strong as we can. And in the Europa League, obviously, we have a tough team now to get through, but we have 2 games away first and then at home that we want to win. And that's the main focus for me. It's to help the team in the best way I can.
Bruno, we've just been looking at your assist while you've been talking there. Was the second one definitely your touch or was it off Jamie Vardy? Have a look.
I was sorry, they turned it around.
Did you think you got the touch?
No, it's my touch. If it's Jamie, the ball goes to the edge of the box. I have to claim this.
Of course you do. Every number counts. Listen, Bruno, we have to talk to you about the captaincy and leadership. You've been questioned. You've had some vocal critics in the last couple of weeks. How much does that hurt you or does it motivate you?
I think both. Obviously, it's not nice to hear bad things about you. That's I think no one likes it. But at the same time, it motivates and it makes you feel that obviously it's a lot of things that people think you have to improve, and you have to take it in the positive way, understanding that whatever people are saying, if is there a margin to improvement or not. Obviously, I know you're talking about Roy Keane. As I said it before, I have a huge respect for Roy Keane. I think he was one of the best captains the club had, an amazing player for the club, won basically everything for this club. So is the way he thinks, is the idea he has about me as a player, as a captain, and I have to respect that. Obviously, I do the things in my own way to try to be the best, not captain, but person and teammate as I can. I do it every day. I try to be an example in everything I do on the training sessions, on the pitch, in everything I do. But obviously, like not everyone will not everyone will think in the same way. And I respect every opinion of everyone. And as I said, I have huge respect for Roy Keane, and obviously I accept that there's a lot of margin for improvement in my game, in my leadership, in everything I do, even in my own life.
Well, thank you very much, Bruno, for addressing that, and we wish you well for the rest of the season, and congratulations tonight.
Thank you very much.
Manchester United and Ruben Amorim this evening, but one big negative was that injury to Aidan Heaven. As soon as that happened, both of you were incredibly confirmed. So what was your original take on it? Ruben Amorim saying there he doesn't know at the moment, but what are your fears?
Well, hopefully, first of all, I want to say he played brilliant.
Yeah.
I thought he played... Every time I watch him play, he plays like this. He just plays...
He's assured, isn't he?
He's 18 years old, but he plays like he's 28. And that's the biggest comment you can make a young man. He's calm on the ball. He's a good defender. He always makes the right decision. He knows when to be physical. He knows when to tackle. And he plays the right pass. I just think he's... When you see a young kid, you can just tell if he's got it, and he's got it. He only came on in the second half against Arsenal and played terrific. Then against Sociedad, he did that again and again. He's good on the ball. He can come out with it. He's got a great left foot. He's got size, Kelly. He has virtually everything. How about these for 2 blocks? So that's like, that's top drawer to be able to get the timing right. This one I love, Dion. Watch him. Check his shoulder. Where's Daka? There he is. He keeps looking there. I know I've got to keep my eye on the ball, but I've got to know where the defender is. And he does such a brilliant job to get there. But unfortunately, the timing and the collision, he hurts himself. But I thought he was flawless today.
I imagine playing for Manchester United at times can be quite daunting, but for an 18-year-old, he certainly doesn't look phased at all, does he?
He looks very comfortable. When I was at the game, the Sociedad game, De Ligt was talking to him all the way through the game, and he'll need that. A little bit of reassurance from the seniors around him, but he's playing like he's played a couple of seasons for United. He's asking for the ball. He's making the angles in order to be free to get the ball, because as a young player, sometimes you don't make the angles, so you don't get the ball. He wants it all the time, and his defensive mindset's very, very good. So, yeah, he's going to be around for a long time.
I know neither of you are qualified doctors, but you are professional footballers who have suffered serious injuries during your career. I'm not asking for a prognosis, but what do you think? What did you think watching it?
Hopefully it's not as bad as it looked.
Do you think it looked quite bad?
Well, I was worried about that he put his hand up straight away. Because if you haven't hurt yourself really bad, when you do, you just know, you feel it. So I worry that he put his hand up so quickly. But I hope it's not bad, because I just think he's just come into the team. He's played so well. There hasn't been many highlights this year. And he would have been one of those. So that's, fingers crossed, it's not a bad one.
Yeah, it is. The telltale sign is the hand in the air, and the telltale sign is he didn't roll around, he wasn't moving about. I can see the contact, he can see the contact, something to do with the ankle, or, we just hope it's not too bad, because Man United need young players like him coming through, and lots of them.
Yeah, to be fair, when it happened straight away, you called it,
Yeah.
didn't you? And you said that doesn't look good, does it? OK, that's the Manchester United viewpoint then. But let's now hear the thoughts of Leicester City's Conor Cody. Finally got the goal that he and Manchester United desperately needed.
Yeah, he did. And it was always going to happen. He was always going to get it, because you don't work as hard as him and not get a little bit of luck sooner or later. But I think it's just the players around him haven't seen those runs or haven't really appreciated the amount of work that he does. But to get his goal, he took it incredibly well. The ball was brilliant. He had a long way to travel with the ball, get it under control. Now he's on his way. He's thinking, there he goes. He's turned his back. He knows exactly who's on the ball. And he's thinking, I'm going to get closed down. I'm going to get closed down. Nobody's closed me down. Let me just strike that ball across the defender. It was just poor defending.
Yeah, I mean, it's been Leicester City's issue kind of all season. Initially, Cody does great, wins it, goes into midfield, wins it again. OK, he's a little bit out of position. And then United do well. They keep it, they recycle it. You wait for the moment. Who do we get it to? Get it to Bruno. And Højlund knows this ball's going to go on behind. And I think United are better on the counter-attack. And that ball in behind's great. Højlund prefers that. Wout Vath's got to get across. He's got to cut off the run. For some reason, he just decides to keep running back and not affect Højlund. Højlund thinks, right, thank you, and I'll finish. Great finish with his weaker right and brilliant form. I think this is where he's at his best, running forward.
Yeah.
He's still good, he's still working on his hold-up play, bringing others into play. But that's a great goal.
Is the onus now on the likes of Bruno Fernandes and the other players to play to Højlund's strengths? Now we're starting to see where he likes the ball, how he wants to play, and maybe make him run more and stretch defences, as Owen said.
Yeah, I think I think they know his strengths. They just haven't used him enough, because when they have used him, he hasn't finished off what they've sort of put on a plate for him. So sometimes when a player's not quite on it, a centre forward, and the chances aren't coming, then you kind of stop giving him those chances because you try and find somebody else to do it. Now he's got his goal, his confidence will be up. Use him, force him to run in behind. Put it in there, then have a go when he takes responsibility for that player, and that's what happened on that occasion. The second thing is, when the goal goes in, nobody's holding anybody to account. So they all go, oh dear, and that's it. You've got to point fingers. If it really hurts, you've got to point fingers.
I was a bit worried that because of the fact that Garnacho and Højlund were ending barren runs in front of goal, we weren't actually going to mention Bruno Fernandes getting the assist. But fortunately, Bruno did get on the score sheet at the end, so we can heap praise on him. What a week for the Manchester United captain.
He's class. I tell you what a goal, Kelly. Great football. Keep it. What a switch from Casemiro this is. Perfect first touch from Drought, sets Mavididi, see you later, step over, and Bruno checks your shoulder, look, sits in that little pocket. That is a world-class goal, from front to back, Dion. This switch, this is why you switch, to get a 1v1. And Drought does an amazing step over. But keep an eye on Bruno, watch him check his shoulder there. I'm going to sit in this little pocket. The way to pass again, Dion.
Yeah,
class.
It's the pass from Drought. It's on the floor and it's on his right foot. All he's got to do is step onto it. That is a really difficult finish. Across your body, across the keeper, into the side netting. If anybody that in a Man United shirt is going to do it, it's going to be him. The form he's in is incredible.
I also really enjoy what Rasmus Højlund said about him, where he said sometimes he maybe gets a bit of stick. The stick for Bruno Fernandes has been quite extreme at times, but are we starting to see, or not starting to see, more consistently are we seeing just how important and how good he is for United?
I think the problem is the fact his first season was so amazing, and he produced such ridiculous numbers in terms of goals and assists, you know, and we kind of expected that from him. But I think if you look back over the past few years, he's the only constant. He's the only consistent player. I don't think it's fair that he gets criticism. He's the one that's fit and healthy every game and producing goals and assists virtually every game. So he shouldn't be criticised. The others should for not helping him in such a critical moment. But they're fortunate that he's there, Bruno Fernandes, because he's been brilliant.
Yeah, I know lots of Manchester United fans as well who have said, where would they be without Bruno Fernandes in recent months and years? OK.
Manchester United's mini revival continues with a comfortable win at the King Power Stadium. Rasmus Højlund and Alejandro Garnacho ended their goal droughts before Bruno Fernandes continued his outstanding form with a storming finish. It's a bittersweet victory for United, however. After a highly impressive first-half performance, the teenage defender Aiden Heaven was stretchered off shortly after the break with what looked a very serious injury. Leicester, unsurprisingly, looked bereft of confidence and have set an unwelcome record. They are the first side in English top-flight history to lose 7 consecutive home games without scoring. Even with their prior domestic struggles this season, United were still expected to turn up at the King Power Stadium and dominate an opponent staring relegation in the face. An early save from Andre Onana to deny veteran Foxes skipper Jamie Vardy a side. That was what happened. It took a little while for Ruben Amorim's side to start creating meaningful chances, with Garnacho the first in red to go close when he struck at Mads Hermansen from 20 yards. There was a dangerous ball into the Leicester box from Nasser Mazraoui that was dealt with, before Christian Eriksen wound up striking the crossbar with a stunning effort from the resultant corner. The opening goal from Højlund wasn't far behind. The alert Dane was playing on the shoulder of the high defensive line, played into space in the right channel by Fernandes. Højlund took it in his stride, afforded the space by Leicester to do so, and then fired a clinical effort into the far bottom corner, beyond Hermansen's reach. Leicester did improve towards the end of the first half, but an attempt from Wilfred Ndidi deflected over, and blocked efforts from Pat Sundaka and Bilal El Khanis were the closest they went. The hosts maintained some of that pressure early in the second half, with a chance for Daka resulting in a collision that saw United defender Aidan Heaven leave the field on a stretcher. But the next significant chance came as Garnacho put the ball in the net, only to be flagged offside. A VAR check confirmed the decision to disallow the goal, but it was marginal at most. Garnacho had the ball in the net again not long after, and that one did count. Fernandes initially tried to play Mazraoui in, but got a second bite of the cherry to knock it into the path of Garnacho, who obliged by sweeping his finish low past Hermansen. The celebration from the earlier strike was repeated, perching himself on the advertising hoardings. A huge chance for Leicester came as the clock ticked into the final 15 minutes, Vardy outfoxing Victor Lindelof on the left and squaring for substitute for Kuno Buonanotte. But, with the goal at the Argentines' mercy, Matthijs de Ligt threw himself in front of the ball with a huge block. Fernandes put the icing on the cake for United in the closing moments. The goal was a product of Amorim's system, with Diogo Dalot in place to take a diagonal pass high on the right flank. He beat a somewhat hapless Steffi Mavridis with a couple of stipovers and fired a cutback to his captain on the edge of the box for a first-time finish. Leicester pushed for a consolation right to the end to avoid becoming the first team in English top-flight history to lose 7 successive home games without scoring. But Onana was equal to a powerful Vardy effort in stoppage time, and the Foxes are indeed tagged with that unwanted record.